All right, y'all, welcome back. So I got the Bronco loaded up with some camping gear and I am out at a camp spot, and I think I found a perfect spot to set up my hot tent. So I could set it up here, but if you look down there, there's a little circle of concrete. So I'm gonna push that picnic table off. We're gonna set up right on top of that. I think it's a perfect place to do it. So I guess we'll just get to it, see if I can remember how to set this thing up, because I have only used it one time. And I really don't know what I'm doing. But as you can see, I've got all the gear in here. Perfectly capable of carrying all my camping gear, and I could still add a ton more stuff. And really, that sleeping bag is just taking up a lot of room up there. But let's see what we've got here. Where is the dang old tent at? There's the stove. We're definitely gonna need that guy. Heave ho. And here's the tent. Hopefully everything is still in here. And we'll just get to it. Yeah, I think this will be a perfect spot. I was planning to set it up there, but we'll use the concrete pad, we might as well, and then we don't have to worry about the stove, like starting the dry grass on fire underneath of it. It isn't perfectly level, so I'll have to figure out which one I want to set the stove on, but let's go ahead and get this table moved and we'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure this is almost going to be like the perfect size for this. So, I don't know, wish me luck on this one. It's about 30 degrees right now, so it's a little bit chilly out here, but working on this, I'll warm up a bit. Well, all right. I forgot how, I mean, it's not a small tent, but it's also not a huge tent. But you can see the stove jack right here if I point the camera in the right direction. And let's go ahead. Just pop our little vent thingies open so we have some airflow through here. We're gonna go ahead and grab the stove and my bed and everything else and see if we can get this finished up. I did go ahead and, if you can see it, I put all the guy lines out so it's stretched out as tight as it'll go. But there we go. The bummer part is this tent doesn't have a floor, so you can kind of see how the bottom is flapping in the wind a little bit. Like if it was snowing, or if there was snow on the ground, you'd put snow on the skirt. So we're definitely going to have a cool breeze coming in all night. And I brought my low cot. I should have grabbed the high cot, but we'll survive. I've got my heavy bag, and I'm sure it's gonna get nice and warm in there. Let's see if we can get this guy set up appropriately. All right, well, definitely warmed up a little bit, which feels nice. At least we're inside out of the breeze, because it is a little bit breezy today. You guys see what we got going on down here? Yeah. Gotta remember how to even set this thing up. definitely want the blast side towards us. Something like that, maybe. Not even close. Go. I gotta roll that up on the outside. I do have a couple of unused pieces of pipe. I'm gonna toss on at least one more because last time I used this, I mean, you can maybe see there's like some gunk on here, and just the way these pipes are set up, it kind of flows inside, which maybe I should try to put those on the outside. Just so if it heats up, that doesn't melt down in here. I will go ahead and do that. Oh, we got a top piece with a spark arrestor on it. Loud noises. Like I said, we're gonna add one more just because I feel like it. And I thought that there was some sort of like there we go. We've got a thing to hold the stack kind of in place, but I don't have any extra paracord with me. So there's no pouch on this that I would have some in. So we are not going to use that because I have no way to put that out. But I think we'll be all right, especially because we are on concrete. Shouldn't be much of an issue with what we've got going on in here tonight. All right, I got to roll that thing up on the outside so it doesn't touch it. And that's probably good to go. We're just going to put the cot down this side. Would be probably the best. I don't know what I'm doing. Like I said, I've only done this once, but I kind of like to get a different tent. They make these in different styles. It'd be nice to have one that is not a teepee. And they do make some that actually have floors in them. not too shabby. All right, that's a little bit more comfortable. I don't know how many people they think this tent will sleep, but it's really weird that the wood stove is right there. I think I said it last time too. Like if it was a foot farther away, that'd be nice. Suppose I could move my bed a little bit that way. That way I'm not sitting right next to it. But got a little table. I'm ready to get this fire going. Alright. I think all we need to do is like grab our sleeping bag and of course our big tote of firewood. But alright, sleeping bag is good. Guys, let's just grab our wood tote and go ahead and get this fire going. So we'll take this stuff back up there. We don't need it for now. Yeah, let's get the wood. Oh, I brought a lot of wood. I get it's the same tote, but one thing about this little wood stove is that, I'm sitting right behind the pole, but is that your typical, at least the wood that I have, it's too long to fit inside of it. So I had to get a bunch of wood, take it home and cut it all in half. But hopefully that even fits through the door. But it should work. Got a bunch of little pieces. Some fire starters. Whew. Actually, take this dang old vest off. Alright. See if we can get this guy going. Got some smaller pieces of wood here. Go ahead and remember what I'm doing here. Open this stuff up. Did I put it out already? No. We should just see if that catches first. So I did bring my little fan. It just works off the heat of the stove. If you guys have never seen one of these, it gets warm and starts spinning. That'll help to circulate the air around in here a little bit. I can blow it on me as I'm laying in bed. Gotta make sure that stuff catches. And I'm lucky, you guys probably couldn't see it on any of the shots yet, but there's a huge pile of wood like they cleaned up, so I can grab some of that if I need to, but I think this should last all night. I guess we'll see. Give you guys a... Oh, you can see the fan's already spinning. It's 4:30. Sunset is at 5:40. So we've got about an hour of light left. And it's currently 30 degrees. Feels like 22 with the breeze. And tonight we have a low of 24. So that sleeping bag is rated for -25. So we should be fine with that. Thought there was, yeah, there's another vent up here. But I don't think we need to open that one yet. We've got the bottom one open. And of course the door's all the way open. I did pick up a brand new carbon monoxide detector. I'll have to grab that out of the car. The dang old Bronco, I should say. And we'll get the batteries tossed in that. If you guys are going to do something like this, it's a good idea to have a carbon monoxide detector, because you can get like a backdraft and have your tent fill up with smoke. With the two vents that are in the top and the fact that this, you know, there's nothing around the skirt of this. I mean, I can see daylight. I'm not super worried about it, but it's still a good idea to have one. And this thing must have got tweaked because it's making a lot of noise. Might not be able to sleep with that thing going like that. But I have made fire. I'm gonna go with the door shut. Yeah, that is annoying. Must have tweaked it somehow. I don't know. Maybe once it starts going faster, it'll be fine. it stop. Once it cools back down, it'll stop itself. But we are set. Just got to grab my backpack and the carbon monoxide detector. Probably get this door closed so I can actually warm it up in here. Oh, and I got my thermometer, so we'll set one inside and outside. So we've got, I can show you guys how warm it actually gets in here. Well, I've been hanging out in here for a while. The sun has gone down. It feels wonderful in here. It says it's 28 outside, and this says 54.9 in here. It's obviously warmer up top. I did have that fan on the stove, but since we're filming, it's kind of loud and annoying, so I took it off. One thing that I will admit that I forgot to bring is leather gloves. I usually always have some in my truck, so I had them the last time, but I forgot to bring them with me this time. So, not that it's that big of a deal. Like, I have those wool gloves, which, in case of an emergency, I could use those, but it's nothing that I'm super worried about. It's just if I start the fire up in the morning, I'll have to make sure it's fully cooled down before I screw with it or try to pack it up or anything. But it came with this like reach and stick, so you can use this to open your little vents and all that type of stuff, and open and close the door and do whatever you need to do. But other than that, it's working perfectly. It's nice and warm in here, like perfectly comfortable. Oh, it just hit 55. I've got the carbon monoxide detector set up, and we're gonna go ahead and get dinner going. And admittedly, I'm already somewhat like, man, I wish I would have brought something more substantial, but this is also something that was sent in that I do want to try because I've never had one of these specifically. It's a Cold Weather MRE, and we are in cold weather. So this is menu number 4, turkey tetrazzini. We'll see what this is all about. There should be plenty in here. It's just, I could have definitely taken the time to cook a meal, but it's fine. This will be more than enough to eat, I'm sure. So we've got some crackers. Just go see what we've got in here. Chocolate peanut butter spread, probably for the crackers. We've got a First Strike chocolate flavor nutritious energy bar. Might save that for breakfast. We've got to save something for breakfast because this is the only food that I brought with me. Try not to melt this on our stove. Instant cappuccino, mocha cappuccino instant powder. So you can pour it right in here and drink it right out of this thing, I guess. Not sure if we'll try that in the morning or not. I do have something to drink. We've got your little packet of stuff in here. Oh, there's a tiny little bottle of Tabasco sauce. Check that out. Bam. Just an itty bitty bottle of Tabasco. We're definitely going to use that. You've got some sugar, a book of matches, a little bit of like toilet paper or tissue, and what else do we have? Creamer. Oh, there's actually freeze-dried coffee in here, so you have cappuccino and coffee. You've got a moist towelette, bam, and 2 little pieces of gum. So a decent little arrangement in there. We're not even to our main course yet. Is that all that's in there? Oh, there's a couple more things. This looks like another drink package. Lemon lime flavored juice, beverage powder. And our main meal here, which is, oh, it's a Mountain House. It's actually Mountain House. Freeze-dried turkey tetrazzini. So it comes in a package like that. So like I've had Mountain Houses before. I didn't know that's what was going to be in here. I knew that the cold weather ones did not come with a heating element. And you needed to boil your own water. So thankfully I at least looked that up. Because I don't know if it was the last MRE I had. No, I think the last one was with Travis in Iowa. But I had one when I was out in the van, and it didn't come with the heating pack, and that wasn't even a winter meal. But we've got turkey tetrazzini, so we need to get ourselves some water boiling up. Does this say how much water we need in here? It says 16 ounces. I know from experience that you should probably use a little bit less water. We've got our little Stanley thing here we haven't used in a few years. And a cup, I guess, if we want to have coffee in the morning, but we'll have to get that going if we want to do coffee. Let's see. Probably got like 13, 14 ounces of water in there. You can tell that stove is hot. I might need one of my gloves just to get that thing off of there. I did bring my little cooler. No reason to have the big one. But let's go ahead and pop this guy open. It is definitely more difficult to film in here than it is in the truck, I feel like. But we're in the van. You can hear it sucking in the air. Mountain Houses usually have one of those little like absorbent packets, but I don't know if this one's going to have that in there. Doesn't look like it. It's not the most amazing looking, but since it's Mountain House, I'm sure this is going to taste just fine. Alright, let's try not to knock this over. I'm actually going to see if I can fold that closed just so I don't lose it. And should we try some crackers? Get some chocolate peanut butter spread that's nice and cold. I don't dare put this on there. Sure it would melt it right away. I gotta say I was lucky to find a spot that had a perfect circle of concrete. This turned out well, and the concrete is absorbing a little bit of that heat. Yeah, just a perfect little spot. Oh, and we just restocked these hats on the website. If you guys want to grab one, we've only got a few of them. And that's going to be it for this year. We won't restock hats, stocking caps again until next winter. So if you want to grab one of those, hit up the website. So it'll take a little while to boil. How's the fire looking? Should have tried to clean that glass maybe, but you guys can see it, I'm sure. Big old cracker. Oh, just disintegrated. I wonder if we'll get any mice friends in here tonight. But I don't know if you guys, oh, that tastes really good. It's almost like, kind of reminds me of Nutella. So I've been enjoying the Bronco for a few days. One thing I didn't mention on the last video is that It's got, I'm doing a terrible job at this. It has heated seats and a heated steering wheel, which is really nice. It's got remote start. What else? I'm trying to think of what else it's got. It does have like the adaptive cruise and lane centering, which works much better than my wife's RAV4. Like, it basically will drive itself when you turn the cruise control on. That's good. But overall, I'm pretty happy with my purchase. Need to get it set up. You know, I haven't put anything in it as far as like, you know, a jumper cables or a jump start pack. Need to kind of go through and do that, like first aid kit, probably a tow strap, that kind of stuff. So if you guys have any suggestions or like the things that you always keep in your vehicles, let me know. I don't really feel like I need to put like any sort of toolkit in there, but I don't know. I guess just let me know what you guys think. Oh. I'm gonna use this all up on like one cracker. They should definitely give you more. Because that's all of it. It's going to boil pretty quick. Yeah, we are boiling. Well, hopefully there's no little flavor packet in there. Try to do this without spilling it on myself. Probably should hold it this way. I can already smell it. Suppose I should have looked at the directions on how long I'm supposed to let it go. Add 16 ounces of water, stir, wait 10 minutes. Nice if I had a way to, I guess I can use my knife to clip it closed, maybe. Bam. There's a little bit of ingenuity for you. Use your knife to clip it closed. Alright. Let that guy cook up. Well, I'm definitely going to save this for a snack. See how filling this is, but I might end up eating this tonight. These typically have like a specific amount of calories in them total. So you get, you know, your daily ration, which is what it is. But next time we actually need to bring the old pan and try to cook something on there, because I don't remember what I made last time, but it was pretty simple also. But I'm definitely out of my element doing this. Absolutely. But it is a cool ambiance in here for sure. You know, obviously when I'm not filming, I'm sitting over there, so I get to see the fire, but gotta show it to you guys. Gotta be careful or I'm gonna knock the whole tent over if I bump into that thing too much. See if we can get a raging. Well, it's been 10 minutes. Yeah, it smells like turkey. It smells like tetrazzini. I don't know if I've ever had turkey tetrazzini before, but I've definitely had like chicken tetrazzini. I could have gone with even less water on that. Try to cut more of that bag off of there without spilling my food everywhere. I didn't get the camera turned on in time, but there was some wild animals out there fighting each other. I don't know what they were. I feel like I've been hearing like turkeys gobble, but it definitely wasn't a turkey. I do have some paper towels with me. Ooh, that's hot now. Gotta get our little bottle of Tabasco in there. That's cool that they actually do it that way and they don't just make it like a sauce packet. We're gonna go ahead and use all of that. Put a whole bottle of Tabasco sauce on my dinner. We did put the whole bottle on there though. I wonder what Tabasco, like, it's gotta cost probably more to manufacture the bottles than it does the hot sauce. Turkey schlop. It's almost like chicken noodle soup, like, but you know, turkey obviously. Looks like there's green beans and corn, not corn, carrots in here. I'm not a fan of cooked carrots, but that's fine. It's hot. Can you see this turning red? Ooh. Stack's turning red. I could just cook a steak right on top of that thing, but we'll have to bring the old cast iron next time and try cooking something a little bit fancier than this for sure. And that fan helps a lot because when I started filming for dinner, it was, what did I say? It was 50 degrees in here. Yeah, 49.9, so it was 50. And that says it's 46 now because the air isn't circulating like it was. But if I put that back on there, it's going to make a bunch of noise. But that definitely helps. I think I mentioned last time that I need to find something like, because if you could clip this to the, if you could somehow get it onto the smokestack, the chimney, it would help a lot. Or just hang a fan up or something, I guess. Because as you get up there, it's super hot up at the top of the tent. Well, hopefully no raccoons try to like crawl underneath of this thing in the middle of the night and attack me. I could see one being curious enough to do it. Especially if they smell the food. A little spicy down there at the bottom. A little spicy on the bottom. Cheers, y'all. It was decent. You know, I say it every time. These things are great for what they are. And you can get them relatively cheap on Amazon. You can buy them by the box, actually. So if you're the prepper type, you probably already know about these things, but it's not a bad thing to have in your cupboard or in your pantry or whatever. This one you had to boil water for, but most of the summer ones, except for that one that I ate in the van that I mentioned, they have a heating packet. So you just have to dump a little bit of water in there and it gets really hot and heats up your food packet. So, and I mean like a sliver of water. So in an emergency situation, they're not a bad thing to have. But yeah, let me get this fan back on there. And I did download some movies because I've got my table, I got my chair. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my fireplace and get myself a movie going. Nice view of my fireplace. Yeah, I definitely need to, with the build on the truck, definitely need to make it so that I can put a little fireplace in there. There's a company called Cubic Mini, and I think I may have mentioned it before, but they make little tiny wood stoves for sailboats. So that's an option, but we'll see what I come up with, because you know, space is definitely limited in there and you have to have airspace behind it and whatnot. But I'm not breaking any ground here. People have done it plenty, you know, but it's definitely something like to be able to have this going in a truck camper would be awesome. So definitely got to do that. You know, I could probably figure out a way to put this thing in there, but it is a little bit big for something like that. I'll have to look back at Foresty Forest's videos and see which stove he's using. See which one he put in his van, but he's obviously got more room inside of a van than I would have in the back of that truck. All right, what do we got on here? I did download a whole season of Alone. So there's a new movie on Amazon called The Wrecking Crew. I believe it's like in their top 10 right now. Number 2 in the US. Came out just maybe a week or so ago. And it's got Jason Momoa and what's the name of that guy? Dave Bautista in it as like the two main characters. And it says the Wrecking Crew. It's estranged half-brothers Johnny and James reunite after their father's mysterious death as they search for the truth. Buried secrets reveal conspiracy threatening to tear their family apart. Set in Hawaii, the film is directed by Angel Manuel Soto and stars Claes Bang, Jacob Batalon, Stephen Root, and Marina Baccarin. Probably saying all those names wrong, but that's got to be one of the best things about like being a, I don't know, you could say movie star, but being somebody that films stuff like that, I guess I could do it too, is I do it, I guess, is going to locations like that, but they're there for like months while they're filming. But it's like, oh darn, I gotta go to Hawaii. Now this is luxurious. A better chair. The better chair is probably all that would make that. I mean, this ain't bad, but I didn't bring my full-size chair because I didn't know how well it would fit since it's like this in here.
Happy Chinese New Year.
Hard Rock 102.9.
Aloha, it's Big T over here.
I'm trying to run like PC.
Sorry, hun.
You roofied me?
The breeze has come up a little bit. Tent's shaking a little here and there, but it's not bad. Been finished the movie, which was good. Definitely like I don't know, it kind of reminded me of like an 80s action flick with all the, I don't know, it was kind of over the top in some parts, but it wasn't bad. And now I think I'm on episode 3 of Alone. I had to start watching it, and now I'm like sucked into this. I don't want to turn it off, but I should get to bed because it's gotten late. It's 11:53, so yeah, I need to just turn it off and go to bed. But I want to try this chocolate bar, chocolate flavored energy bar. I don't particularly need energy right now, but could use a little bit of something in my belly. So we'll see what this is about. Looks like jerky or something. It's probably gonna be really hard. Yeah. It's like break your tooth hard. Doesn't taste bad though. I've watched a few seasons of Alone. Pretty sure I watched like the first season on whatever. I'm not sure what season this is. I'm sure they've said it, but it's a good show. I find it entertaining, but it's probably, I mean, it's completely far removed from the things I do, even though I'm out here doing this. I have a tablet. I've got my phones, I've got batteries and lights and all that type of stuff. So, I don't know. I guess it's inspirational to know, like, how far you could push yourself if you really wanted to. Thermometer is saying 24 outside and it's 55 inside. Feels really nice in here. Cheers, y'all. See if I can get this thing loaded up. in there as I can. Close it down. As much as I can. All right. Well, it's not doing too bad. It's just time to crawl in the old sleeping bag. Nothing else left to do. Let it get entirely too late. 12:30. We should be all right. I have to shut that other light off before I crawl in here, though. See what's going on, just barely. Glad I picked up these insulated boots. There's some Merrill insulated boots, but the concrete did warm up quite a bit, so it helped. But I'll see you guys in the morning. Good night, y'all. Oh, it's nice and toasty in here. It's 34 degrees. I can see my breath. I don't know when the fire died, but there was a point at like, I don't know, 2 or 3 in the morning. It got really windy, dude. I thought this tail was gonna blow over on me. It's a little breezy now, but it's not terrible. At least I'm inside out of the wind. But it's one of the bummers about this, I guess, is that, like, well, the wood stove doesn't last all night. It lasts a few hours. I mean, the stove itself is still hot. There's no fire burning in it. But, you know, I could start the fire again. But then you gotta wait for, you know, it'd be nice to enjoy the fire, but then you gotta wait for the fire to completely burn out and wait for the stove to completely cool down. And like I said, it's still warm to the touch. So, either way, you're gonna be here for a while it's cold. I don't have any breakfast with me anyways, so I'm just gonna get up and get changed. Looks like there's something on my dang camera lens. Did I get that off you? Okay. So I'm just gonna get up and get my clothes changed and probably get this junk packed up. I have to, I don't know, imagine if I open the doors and get all this inside stuff packed up, maybe the stove will cool off, but I think it's still hot to the touch. It was red, it was glowing red at points last night, so I'm not surprised. But overall, it was a great night. I do enjoy sitting here having a fireplace going, you know, having the stove going. Be able to watch the fire inside all night is really nice. And it warms it up nicely in here. I think it was really cool that I've got this spot with this perfect circle of concrete. This would be a perfect spot if you were expecting a bunch of snow, I feel like. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. All our temperatures are in the 40s and 50s, and I think next Monday they're saying it's going to be like 67 degrees. I think it's supposed to get up into the 50s today. Yeah, it's supposed to be 59 degrees today. That is wild. 67 on Monday, 59, 46, 47, 56, 67, 54, and 43. But this is probably the warmest winter I can remember ever happening. Anyways, I'm gonna get changed and we'll get this stuff packed up, y'all. Maybe one of my steaks did come loose. Yeah. Come on. One steak. A little nubbin flipped out, but not too shabby. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah, the sun's just coming up. I grab my bags for everything. Let's get this done. Shouldn't take too long. Yeah, that wind is chilly. Very chilly. Don't blow away on me. Well, I do have a drink in here, something new. Engine start. Go ahead and turn on my dang old heated seat. Full blast, heated steering wheel. There we go. And one thing I don't have in here is anywhere to like clip the camera to like I have in the truck. It does have this little thing back here, and they say you can remove these and put mounts in here, so I'll have to figure out a mount. There's 2 bolts in there. Like, I think it says maybe accessory ready or something in there. But yeah, I don't have any way to do that. So I'll just clip her on the steering wheel for now. So I finally found these Liquid Death energy drinks, and it says better for you energy, unextreme caffeine. It's equal to 1 cup of coffee, 0 sugar. So I imagine it's water. I don't know if it's water or not, or if it's some sort of juice, but it's Tropical Terror. Feels like a coffee, not an electric chair. Co-formulated with wellness specialist Dr. Darshan Shah, MD. But I saw these, they came out with these, I don't know, maybe a month or 2 ago, and I finally spotted them in the store, so. It does look like water. Tropical Terror. It's almost like a pina colada or something. Pina colada? Pina colada? It's not bad, man. Where are my dang old sunglasses, though? My butt's warming up nicely. But I had a great time, y'all. It's always fun to get out and do stuff like this that's a little bit out of your comfort zone, and this is definitely out of my comfort zone. But I just haven't done it very often. So, like I said, I mentioned, I think I'm gonna try to find a couple other hot tents in different styles, just to have something different to use and to show you guys the differences, and you know, kind of explore that side of camping a little bit more, since we've got the, you know, the rig or whatever to do this kind of nonsense and get double the mileage of the truck, which is really nice. But yeah, hit the website up if you want a hat. There's only a few left, and as always, stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.